Hi everyone, my name is Moyo, often known as Moyo Rhymes or Mo, whichever one you want to call me is cool. I am an alumni of De Montfort University, and today I'm going to be sharing a bit about myself, my university journey, and also my career journey now. I studied at De Montfort University between the period of 2014 and 2017, and I studied accounting and business management. My current role basically is working as a finance professional, specifically a banker within the wealth and personal banking space. So essentially, what I do day to day is help wealth and personal banking customers and clients achieve their financial goals through various propositions that we offer as a financial institution. So I work within a top 10 UK and global bank, really. And my experience so far has been so enriching and so fulfilling. It's given me a plethora of opportunities, a plethora of different avenues that I can then potentially go into. So just to share a bit, since I left university, I initially actually worked within the same financial institution, but I worked within banking and commercial banking specifically. Commercial banking essentially looks to offer proposition product services to so business customers. So that's people with small businesses to large enterprises and companies like Nestle that we see nowadays. Commercial banking was really fun. It gave me a business and kind of that business acumen that's usually asked for when you work within or when you're applying for jobs. It gave me experience within that field. Also, it gave me a big experience in relationship management, which is why I really saw that I was good at and kind of relationship building. And I took that on and then made a transition into wealth and personal banking. My current role, like I said earlier, I really enjoy it, and it's given me the opportunities to do other things outside my role. And that is one thing I'd advise to anybody that's kind of looking for a job or looking for your next opportunity. Look at what gives you opportunities, that opens doors for you. Sometimes kind of looking at things narrowly can limit our flexibility to change, to opportunities, to new things. So always look at what will this job allow me to do, and when you are at the job interview, ask what other things does this job allow me to do. So just to give you a kind of insight, I also champion and drive the diversity and inclusion charter as an organization, but in my little kind of region, which has given me a lot of confidence. It's given me opportunities to work with other people. It's given me opportunities to work with higher leadership and also mentor higher leadership through our reverse mentoring scheme, which again, it's like you mentoring a CEO or a senior leader. That is so much confidence that you take from your role, but also fulfillment in what you do. So I would definitely advise that to whoever is looking to do a graduate role, to look into something else in employment. Look at what offers you more opportunities. So that is my career journey in short, to be honest. I was very lucky to find a job and to go to that job and love it, and then find something else after a couple years working there. How have I navigated through any challenges that I've faced? My main thing, and I have a mentor who is awesome and continues to tell me that challenges are only as hard as you make them. So if you decide in your mind and in your way of thinking that actually this is not that difficult, I will smash this or I will overcome this, you're already one step there. So my thing is that I always face challenges, or I try to face challenges in ways that makes me I try to face challenges in ways that mean that I am not scared or I don't fear the challenge itself. So that's one thing I'd advise to anyone. So ensuring that in whatever you do, that you keep confident, you know that what you're capable of, but also know that whatever it is that's in front of you or seems hard currently can be overcome. In terms of challenges I face, I think in my role, the first challenge was actually getting used to working and going from university where you were literally free most of the time to working, and it was whoa, this is a whole new culture shock. And building professional relationships with people as well. But when you go to work every single day, you start to build rapport. I think sometimes people think it's a customer thing, but you can also build rapport with your own colleagues. out of time and over time, you will start to get used to things like that. So do not worry about whatever it is that you're facing. But like I said earlier, it is a good thing, and make sure you try and get a mentor that kind of has gone beneath that path or beneath that phase that you're at, and they can help you develop even further. So, what did you do at university to help secure opportunities? I'll be very honest and say I didn't do enough, but the little things I did do, like attending psychometric test sessions or attending talks and workshops about working on your CV, was really, really helpful. What I would suggest and advise any person is use your employability centers. Use it, build relationships with the ladies and gentlemen that are usually within that department. Start to ask literally as soon as you're in university, what can I do to develop my skills in so area. They're always so open to to help, and they are literally there to help you and to develop you. So ensure that you're using your employability centers and workshops and all of that. Have I faced any barriers that finding or progressing in employment? Like I said earlier, the only barriers I feel like I have faced is when I've limited myself to be like, okay, I can't go into that role because I don't have so things. So the only thing I'd say is that whatever barrier you think you're facing, tackle them as early as possible. So for me, there were certain skills going into wealth and personal banking I did not have. So I made it a thing to speak to my manager and to ensure that I had those skills before going into that area of the business. So it's just all about you taking an objective view at yourself, your skills, but also what is required for your next stage, and making sure that you're sitting down to hit those goals and those criteria. What am I most proud of and why? So I recently started a platform called Uplift Your Dreams. Uplift Your Dreams essentially is something I created to merge different worlds. So finance and money management, and also career development is something I'm really, really passionate about, but specifically in young people. We often get different platforms that shares on money tips for probably the older generation, but I learned and quickly noticed that there was a gap for younger children and younger people to actually really learn those key skills before going into employment. For instance, a lot of us go into our first job and we're like, how do we do this? Like, we're getting so much money, how do we manage it? Uplift Your Dreams essentially helps with that. We help to give tips, tricks, hints to help people develop healthy money habits and help you encourage those habits to be able to then fulfill your financial dreams. And that's doing it early so you don't get into the job and then you start panicking on what to do. And then also in terms of the second world, emerging career development, we also mentor young people and link them to professionals within the fields they aspire to be in. So for instance, if you want to study architecture or you want to do architecture, or you feel like that's the industry you want to go into, we link you up with someone that's either studied that or someone that's currently working within that industry to give you that first hand tip and tricks. So essentially it's just a platform for young people for their development, ensuring that they become their best selves as they develop through life. In terms of hints and tricks or tips that I would offer in succeeding in the future, for me, a big thing is yourself. Work on yourself, develop on yourself, but that starts with you knowing what you are good at and what you're not good at. And sometimes I feel like people look or stray away from the negatives that they might have, but use that, own in on that, and make sure that you develop those skills that you might not be so good at, and make sure that you find resources to develop yourself further. Another thing that I'd say in terms of succeeding is that believe that you can succeed. Believe that you are capable, that you are deserving of success. Because if you start to limit yourself in your mind, you will limit yourself in your actions. That's basically all I have for you all. And I hope you have an amazing day wherever you're listening, watching to this. And thank you for celebrating Black History Month. My name is Moyo again, and have an amazing day. Bye.